What you're looking at here is a really classic car, a 1952 MG TD. This is the model car that, even though it's in the 50s, it looks like a car from the 30s. Beautiful styling if you enjoy 30s styling. These cars are a little changed from the original MG TA of 1936. The TA was followed by the TB in 1939, short production because World War II started. In 1945, they continued production with the TC, little change from the TB, up until or through 1949, and 1950 was the TD, which for the first time one of the T-Series MGs was available in left-hand drive, very well suited for the American market. And that's what this car is. Also, for the first time, the T-Series had rack and pinion steering and independent rear suspension. This car is a very nice example of a TD. It's ivory with a dark red interior. It's not a show car, but it is a very nice driving example. We've been walking around it here. I might mention that both the front and the rear bumpers are new with new overriders. The car has Michelin tires. Paint is very good condition. The chrome is outstanding on the car, very nice. The current odometer reading is 51,718. And 10 years ago, from some of the records that come with the car, 2003, it was about 50,700. So it has been driven about 1,000 miles in 10 years, or maybe about 100 miles a year. The interior is leather, Connelly leather, very nice. All the instruments seem to work. The steering wheel is nice condition. Let's turn it on here and see if she'll start up. You have two lights that come on the dash to start it. This is the starter here. She starts right up. This car never has any trouble starting. Runs very good. The engine was rebuilt on this car about 8 years ago. 7 or 8 years ago. It has a new cover over the rear spare tire. This tonneau cover here is new. These cars are a lot of fun to drive, but they're not the easiest car in the world to drive. The first gear is non-synchro mesh, so you have to come to a complete stop to go into first gear. It's a 4-speed transmission. You can hear the engine. It sounds very good. It's a 1250cc engine, 1.25 liter. It's 54.4 horsepower, I believe it's rated at. No speedball, but gets great gas mileage. 4-cylinder, overhead valve. And let's open it up and go for a little spin. If you're real big, you'll have trouble getting in here because it's small inside. You need a small foot to reach the gas pedal. Let's see, we're looking at the oil pressure here, which this car is warmed up, so it's good oil pressure. This is the tachometer, which is working. It's showing discharge, but if we give it a little gas, you see the amp gauge immediately swing into the charge there. Second gear. Third gear. We'll hold the speed down here on this gravel driveway. Of course, the MGTC and the TD are credited with starting the sports car craze in the U.S. after World War II. Most of the TDs were actually sold in the U.S. They were built from 1950 to or through 1953. This one is a 52. Well, that sun glare is really bad. Second gear. Pull through that on second. Are really nimble. They weigh about 2,000 pounds. They're small, 94-inch wheelbase. See if it'll pull this rather steep hill or in fourth gear, high gear. I bet it will. Yeah, no problem. Back to the driveway. Driving one of these TDs is very much like driving a car from the 30s, but built 20 years later. See, the speedometer works over here. I believe all the gauges are working. Put in neutral, put on the brake. The emergency brake works just the opposite from what you'd expect. To put it on, you pull it up and push the button instead of pulling it up and releasing, and to put it off, you just pull it up and it releases instead of pushing the button. We'll climb out here. Still has the old style suicide doors that open at the front, like many cars in the 30s had. I don't know if we can see much looking down here, but the carpets in here are black and they're in nice condition. It does have a heater, which maybe you can see a little bit there in the sunlight, which was an option on these cars. We'll go to the carburetor side of the engine and raise the hood. You have two latches. These are kind of tricky. If you don't raise it carefully, you can scar the paint. You have to be careful not to hit the headlight, but it has little rubber bumpers on each corner to guard against that. And it just lays down there flat. There she is. Two SU carburetors. SU electric fuel pump there. This is a neat touch. It has a toolbox that runs all the way across, and this one has been refinished nicely here. It's in nice condition. So this is a very nice driver quality MG. There are a few little chips in the paint, but you have to look pretty closely to find anything. I guess that's about all there is to say on this MG, so we'll stop the video.